Yo guys, what's happening? It's Kanza here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on Percival's jump-ins. So this is going to be talking about his safe jumps, setups that you can do on wake up, and just a general bit of more knowledge on like how the game works in neutral for him, because I know in the beginner guides it really specify too much about jump-ins and safe jumps and like wake up situations and plus frames that he can really thrive off of. So I'm going to briefly go into that in this video, and I hope this kind of gives more of depth to the character that I kind of like missed out on before. So don't forget to leave a like and comment, and also subscribe, because it really helps me out, and push your feedback down below. I'm always willing to reply to people and kind of like start a conversation, because I'm new to the game as well. I'm still learning. Even though I like hit S rank, that doesn't mean anything. It's just a rank. But let's do it, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, let's go. First of all, I want to talk about, Percival, sorry, my brain works weird, but let's get into it. So I want to talk about what a hard knockdown is, for those people that don't know. So in fighting games, there's recovery options. So after you've been knocked down, you can instantly recover. So here's an example. So if I've DP'd, recovery, he's immediately got up, right? And that's not him just staying on the floor and just like passed out for like 3 seconds, right? He's got up straight away. Whereas a hard knockdown like this, boom, it took him like a couple more seconds to get up. And as you saw on the right hand side of the screen, a slide came in that says down. So I'll show you again, down. That signifies hard knockdown. So there's actually multiple ways you can get hard knockdowns in this game. So you can get a hard knockdown from doing Percival's to you, like this, his throw, hard knockdown, and his back throw. Okay. You can also get a hard knockdown from utilizing his EXs. EX fireball, hard knockdown. EX DP, hard knockdown. Hard knockdown from that combo. Hard knockdown. And you can also get a hard knockdown, I believe, or you get a combo extension actually from the EX version of this. Whoops. Oh, it's just down. Yeah, there you go, down. Yeah, down from that as well, okay? I believe on counter, don't quote me, it might make them bounce. There you go. So on counter, this actually makes them bounce instead. And you can get a combo whatsoever afterwards. Yeah, cool. So that's the ways you can actually get a hard knockdown with Percival, with his normals, some specials, and grabs, right? So on these hard knockdown situations, you have options that you can do to kind of continue pressure or set yourself up to do more damage, or just improve your neutral game, right? So one thing that across the board a lot of Percival players do is kind of just do this. So they'll get a hard knockdown, and then straight away just be like, oh, I need my stocks, and just start spamming stocks and stuff like that. When you're doing that, you're not safe, especially if you're doing like mediums or EXs. There's way more like charge up times. Obviously on a hard knockdown you have more time to do that, so it's good to get your stocks, but there's also times where you need to kind of like continue the pressure, especially you're fighting characters like Fairy, Matera, even Beelzebub to some extent, where you need to be like constantly on them, because if they get out and then they reset the neutral to where they're just poking you and poking you and poking you and poking you, you're gonna end up losing, because his normals don't have good range. I mean, sorry, they don't have good frames, right? They're quite small, quite slow, sorry. This is punishable on block, and there's a lot of whiff recovery and stuff on a lot of his moves other than his lights. So you need to just kind of like make sure you know where to utilize his positives and also how to minimize his weaknesses. So in the corner, I'm going to show you an example. A safer option that you can do with Percival is jump in heavy, like that, okay? Like this, jump in heavy. Just simply that, nothing else. So if I've done to you, jump in heavy, like that, that's a safe option. So if I have the opponent to, this is wake up DP, so I'll show you now. If I'm just mashing, I get DP'd. Now you'll see a lot of Percival players, especially like C rank, D rank, F, and even in B, when they're kind of just like, they want to get in and like pressure you straight away, they will just start like mashing and just doing all this crap, right? Or they think, oh, I can get big damage if I just land a heavy. No, don't do that, because what's going to happen is you're going to get DP'd, you're on the floor now, and then that resets the neutral, you're down, Beelzebub can now teleport out, jump in the sky, charges, air thing, or whatever. So then that's bad on you because you've done that to yourself essentially. So what you can do in these situations is like that. As you saw, I pressed heavy, but I was still able to block once I landed on the floor, right? So look, whoops, like this. Okay, bang, and then punish, bang, into super or whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's how you can utilize his safe jump, and this goes across the board with all of his EXs as well. So if I do this, down, bang, and that's off of them panicking because they don't want to get hit or whatever. They don't want to get into another mix-up where you're just gonna be jabbing into overhead or whatever, right? So now I want to talk about why people will actually DP you. And I know a lot of people have just said, hey, do this because if they wake up DP, they're just gonna you want to get hit or whatever, so it's better to do this. No, I want to tell you why they're going to be doing that. With Percival, I'm going to take this off. Let me put that on action 3. The reason why they're going to be doing this to you is because Percival has very slow normals, right? This is slow, it's all right. This is slow, that's slow. His best normals are pretty much his lights at this point, and 2M in my opinion. This is good for like whiff punishing and kind of like pressuring, because you can kind of do that into fireball at certain ranges and stuff, so things like that, right? So because your normals are slow, you want to prioritize utilizing his plus frames, and he can get plus frames off of making them block his EX moves like his fireball, your plus in that situation. So you can, and even his regular fireball, I believe, yeah, so you can even do something like that, so just to get a quick stock. So that's what you're going to be doing in those situations to kind of utilize his plus frames. But he also gets plus frames when using this. He's plus, that's your turn, right? And I believe he's plus 2, and that goes for his medium, his light dash, and his EX dash. You're always plus, okay? So in these situations, because people will tend to start mashing, what you want to do to just be kind of like safe, and it is your turn, so technically they can't really do anything other than EXDP straight away, where that's where mind games kind of come into it. But what you want to do is press his crouching light punch, because there's a bit of timing to it, but it is yeah, there you go. You got to be a bit more tight with the timing, but you do get a lot from it, and that's just, there you go. You can get combos and extensions from that. You can even super like that, and that's guaranteed. Obviously it depends on which range you're going to be doing it from. So if I do it from about here and then they press, with certain moves you can kind of punish them with, like that. So it is kind of a mix-up game, as I said, because if I make them here, let's say they're scared and then they want to Langley and Field, I don't know who came up with that name, but let's say they Langley and Field here, punished, yeah, because they don't want to have to hold that, and a lot of people may not even press buttons. So if I take off his action for defense, a setup that people do, because if they know you're going to be pressing block strings or going into that, say you punish them with that once, they've had to hold that again, and then on neutral you go and do that, right, as like a meaty option. If their DP cooldown is gone and they can't press anything, what you can do is this, and that's real. They can't do anything about that. If they haven't pressed, they haven't like tried to move away or dodge or whatever, because you're plus, that's pretty much almost guaranteed, because it's a mix-up situation. So you can either confirm into lights, or you can go straight into your grab, right, into your command grab. So that's the scary bit with Percival. When he's in your face, he's plus, which is going to lead to people DPing, right? So what you could do in certain situations to kind of bait their DP if they have it, is, so let's say I've put Langley and Field on now, so I'm going to get a hard knockdown, Oops, hard knockdown, dash, boom. So you can medium dash and still have time to block, right? Even evade if you can react to it, but it's still a bit risky because people mash lights and then you get hit. But this is real. That's real, right? They can't do anything about that. And what I'm saying that they can't do anything about is that it adds a mind game to the game where they think, okay, he's gonna go for a light, or he's gonna go for the overhead, the medium thing like this. So I need to get out of his pressure. So that's why the overhead game, sorry, the safe jump game comes into play, where you can start baiting people because they're gonna get scared. They don't know what you're gonna do in their face. So that's what you have to do with safe jumping options with Percival and also wake up situations. Even here, you can get a stack. But obviously they're going to DP. I'd recommend using the light version because it's got less recovery. You get a stack for it, and then you can continue the pressure that way. So like that, okay? If you think they're going to DP. If it's like Grand EX DP, it might be a bit more difficult, but it's still more useful, I think. So now I'm going to be talking about just like the general matchup for certain characters and just tips and tricks to do and things to keep in mind when you're fighting certain characters. Okay, cool. Okay, so with Beelzebub, I'm going to talk about very briefly, just going to be like a little tip that I'm just going to give you guys from what I've found while fighting as this character. One thing to note is you want to keep your DP active all the time, and I know this is kind of crazy to say. I'm not telling people to, hey, run up and DP, yeah, 24/7. No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you want your DP to be with you all the time. In combos, utilize your fireball at all times, even if you want to throw out the EX version of it on hit. So here we go. So if I do after initial hit, if you want to do something like this, good pushback, you can get stacks and it leaves you at a good range. Get your stacks, good. So this range is good for Percival because you can whiff punish heavy and then you can go into bang, good damage, right? But also if Beelzebub is gonna, let's say, jump and do that, yeah, it's good for you because you can literally anti-air him that time if you can time it right. But the problem with it is that if you mistime it, say you see gold and you're like, oh no, let me anti-air, you can get punished for it badly. Then it's his turn to pressure you. So by keeping your DP active, you can light DP, even EX DP, and it completely destroys that option, right? So that's why I think it's better to keep that with you. As you saw, that's an example that happened in a match. So just keep your DP active, utilize your fireballs. And another reason to utilize your fireballs is that all of Beelzebub's fireballs beat Percival's, and I'm not joking at all. Like I've talked about this on stream, as you saw there. That's not me like timing it wrong. It literally just beats all versions of Percival's fireballs. I'm gonna do a medium now. Went through EX. So then I'm gonna have a charged version now. So the charged version goes through. Let's do medium. So that's charged medium version of Beelzebub's fireballs. I've got stacks. It lost. So use your fireballs in this matchup. On hit, use your fireballs, keep your DPs. Okay, so now I want to talk about let's say Lancelot. So with Lancelot, it's kind of the same, I'd say. Utilize your fireballs on hit, like this. Just use it on hit. I don't trust Lancelot's fireball to like have a fireball wall with him. Obviously, they do equalize, but if he does what do you call it, EX fireball like this, which is 3 hits, even if you've got charges, right? It's gonna lose, okay? EX version, they both go through each other, so it's not reliable at all. And in some cases you're gonna think, I know I can EX a regular fireball, so why can't I do Lancelots? Do not do it, please. Don't do it, because you will mess yourself up. And another thing is, in wake up situations like this, even though you can safe overhead, right? Safe jump in, sorry. If I do, let's say, on wake up, I believe it's his Blade Impulse, Southern Cross. Is it Strong? I'm not too sure. Thinking of the jumping, right? So Blade Impulse, including attack. Oh, Turbulence. Okay. So I want him to do the jump, right? So let me see if this is the attack, then nope, that's Fireball. Fireball. Bear with me, guys. Southern Cross. So it might be this. It might be this move, right? Oh nope, that's the okay, that's Southern Cross. Okay. Is this attack? There you go. There you go, that's the one, right? So, hard knockdown. See? That's where you wanna, that's where the mix-up comes in, as I was saying. So if you think Lancelot's gonna teleport, you can hit him with that. Big combo. Charge again, and then reset the same situation again. So Lancelot has to respect Percival a bit more, but what you'll find is people may do the people may do the EX version like that, which is invincible. So you'll get out, okay? So what you can do in this matchup, if you think you're gonna do it, react to it, grab, throw it back down. Okay? So that's just a bit of tips and tricks that you can do. So I'm not going to go through the whole roster, but it's just something that you can watch out for, and it really helps to have like matchup knowledge and experience with different characters, so you know what to utilize and where you should be doing certain things. So yeah, I hope this video has helped anyone. If it has, do let me know in the comments below. If there's anything that I've missed out, do let me know. And yeah, we can have a conversation about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, peace.